Model 3 can't help himself. He wants to go for the pass, but he realizes he can't take on the mighty Volt. I love when you power it on. Listen to this. Ooh, baby. Welcome to another episode of Out of Spec Dave, where it is January 1st, 2024. Get used to writing that on all of your correspondence. But today is a spectacular day because it's collection day. And I just picked up my new rig. Check this out. It is a 2015 Chevy Volt with 142,948 miles on it. This, my friends, is a cream puff, and it's my new daily driver. I'm really excited about this vehicle. I was torn between the i3 and the Chevy Volt, and I decided to go for the Volt. Why? Because this has one of the most interesting drivetrains on the market, something we think maybe should be incorporated in today's electric pickup trucks. And so before you poo-poo the fact that this has a gas engine, we're going to get into the use case for the Chevy Volt and why it's a shame that this car was halted in production. So let's get into it. All right, so this will be my first drive in the Volt, and I love when you power it on. Listen to this. Ooh, baby. It's got the voltage going. Gotta love that. Put it into gear, and off we go. Now, boy, this is genuinely, I just drove it around the parking lot before, and it felt good. No plates on it. And as soon as I pulled out here, a state trooper drove by, and I was like, ooh, I better go back. But I think that I just drove around the parking lot just to kind of get a feel for it. So 0 to 60 in this car, I hear, is about a whopping 9 seconds. But you know what? That's all you need. I mean, why would anyone ever buy a Tesla Model X Plaid? Like, that makes no sense to me. You just don't need to go that fast. So, yeah, so anyway, here are the numbers. I bought this car for $5,500 plus sales tax, 6.35%, plus $215 registration fee. And so out the door was $6,046, basically. And I've got what appears to be a really good daily commuter car. Now I'm showing 16 miles of range on electric. I sort of trying to figure out how energy usage. Oh, let's see, power flow. Okay. I'm regenning. Got some cool graphics there. I like that. And yeah, I'm going to drive the car a little bit, but here I am doing 40 miles an hour. Drive straight as could be. Steering is very light. It's quiet. Boy, oh boy. I don't really hear any wind noise. It's got power mirrors. It's got XM. It's got one key. Key fob. And I got to figure out how the app works or how you precondition it for the mornings. But there goes an EV6. Don't get too jealous there, Mr. Kia. As I'm driving by in my Chevy Volt Gen 1. Anyway, all kidding aside, this is a tremendous value. Oh, there's an Ioniq 6. Man, they're all coming out to see me this morning. You know, look, one of the things that I wanted to do this year, and I kind of used the fact that Kyle's been testing my Model X out west as a bit of a catalyst. Not sure how long I'm going to get be out of pocket with my car. And sure, I could keep renting cars. You know, I just came off renting an EV6 and a Bolt EUV and a Mustang Mach-E and A lot of those videos have already been put up. If they haven't, they will be shortly. And, you know, there's a gas station over here that I guess I could go in and not just fill my tires up with air or buy lottery tickets, but I could actually get gas with it. It's kind of a throwback for me here. But yeah, I think I'm running on pure electric right now. Battery power only is what it says, and it feels good. Doesn't feel underpowered, but I'm not hammering it. Very good ride, very smooth. So anyway, you know, back to this concept of what am I going to do while Kyle has my X out there, and I could just keep renting cars and that'd be fine. I do need to get to work every day, but he and I spoke about it, and what I want to try to do is, at least in the beginning part of this year, is to showcase to a lot of people that are either looking for a third car or someone that's trying to dabble into electric and are fascinated with EVs, what are some of the alternatives? And we're going to get into that a little bit in this channel. It's interesting that I landed on a non-pure EV. Call this a hybrid, call this an EV, call this what you want. There's a whole story about that. But this car makes a lot of sense for those people that maybe have a short commute, under 35 miles every day total, which is a lot of us, let's be honest. Someone that can charge the car at home, plugging it into a wall outlet as an example. And then when you got to go on a long trip, you don't have any range anxiety. You just go and you got 380 miles worth of range with your gas. So I need to test out how that works. And, you know, from all the information that I've been doing on this car, research about this car, there seems to be so many people that are extremely happy with their Volts. And even when you go to, let's say, cars.com, it's got 4.5 or higher in every single category as far as how people, what they think of their cars. And so, you know, I've never really owned one of these cars. And I got a little story for you about this. Back in, it must have been 2009. And so we're talking quite a number of years ago. I remember being down in Florida at Disney World and with Kyle and Katie. And I'm pretty sure Kathy didn't go on the ride, but GM has a ride down there. It's one of my favorite rides called Test Track. And it's a fascinating ride. If you've never been on it and you're a car guy, you need to go. It's really a great ride. And you know, we went on the ride, and then as you come off the ride, there's always the, you know, they dump you into the shops where you can buy the paraphernalia, you know, Test Track t-shirts and Test Track this. But one of the interesting things is GM also has an area outside of the shop where they showcase their cars. And as we came off, I'll never forget this, as we came off the ride, there was a Chevy Volt. It was silver, black interior, and there it was. And I was like, what is that? And I'm like, Kyle, look at this thing. It's an electric car. How cool is that? Now, you know, for years, when you go golfing, you could get an electric golf cart or you could get a gas golf cart. So there was, you know, it wasn't foreign. The concept wasn't foreign to me back in 2009 about electric cars, but this thing was so far ahead of the curve in terms of what they were offering. And we sat there and we studied this car for, I'll never forget it. We just walked around it. First of all, I liked the design of the car. I thought it was a good looking car. It didn't look like, you know, the old EV1 that had come out, which kind of looked like a, you know, if you were going to design an electric car of the future. You know, I was aware of some of the prototypes that were out there back in the day, but this was a mass marketed, or what would be soon a mass marketed you know, vehicle that looked really good. And so I thought about, you know, about that vehicle. And we just, Kyle and I, we got in it. We were going around. It was like really a fascinating thing. So it kind of holds a sweet spot in my heart, this Chevy Volt. And I've never owned one, never really had a desire to own one. I was like, no, you got to either have a gas car or you got to have an electric car. And why would you put two together? The concept is you get the worst of both worlds. You've gotten, you know, the concept of more maintenance, two different drivetrains, difficult, you know, all kinds of clutches and ways that you're gonna put the power down to the ground, and it's complicated and probably costly. So, you know, for me, I never was really attracted to really even the electric cars until Tesla came out. That's what caught my eye back in the day. And so I'm glad that I now finally own a Chevy Volt, and I think I got myself a very good sample. This one is seemingly really good. I think I need to turn around. Oh no, here we go. It's driving great. It's super quiet. Boy, I'll tell you what, so far, so good. Now in Ridgefield, just past Ridgefield BMW, and here on, by the way, Happy New Year to everyone, if I haven't said that already. Today's January 1st, 2024. There is not one, I know you're not going to believe me, but I hear no creaks or rattles or squeaks, even over bumps. I mean, I'm a little surprised. I'm a lot surprised. There's no, you know, when you get a car and you get a used car, you always got to work out the niggles, right? And I don't see anything apparent right now. Usually, you know, if you're dealing with someone, you know, especially if you're buying it privately, hey, just tell me what's wrong with it. Let me know. Let's be honest. You know, dealers, you got to be a little careful of. Although this guy, Pat, he was amazing. He's like, Dave, I've been driving it. I don't see anything wrong with the car. I said, let me know if there's anything wrong. He's like, I really don't see anything wrong with it. And to be honest, I don't see anything wrong with it. Listen to this. Comes to a stop. Very smooth. Very smooth. Wow, GM, Chevy. Why didn't I get one of these sooner? I'm impressed. I am super impressed. All right, so you can see I've got 6 miles of electric range left, and a very cool graphic over here, which shows if the energy, I'm running on pure battery right now, and you know, if I'm taking energy from the battery, or if I let off on the accelerator, you'll see that the energy is going back into the battery, regenning. So cool graphic there, and looking good. So I think what we'll do is I'll check in here in a minute once I get down where the gas engine kicks in. I'm not sure how low you have to get in state of charge or how much range. I wonder if it'll tell you percentage of state of charge. I'm not really sure, but kind of excited to see. Here, we're going to come to a stop here. Not a tremendous amount of regen. I'm using the friction brake here to brake. I wonder if there's more, if there's a different option for regen, maybe a higher level of regen. I got to check that out. But let's come to a stop. Very quiet. Really, really quiet. You've got planning for when to charge, energy information. Look at all this data here. I got so much to learn. Foot comes off the brake and it creeps forward. Feels like a conventional car. Wonder if there's hold mode or creep mode or whatever, you know, the different modes. And maybe regen, I have to find a setting. But even if there isn't, it's fine the way it is. Boy, really, really smooth and quiet. All right, so we have 1 mile of electric range left, and the gas engine still has not kicked in yet, so I'm really curious to see what's going to happen here. Let's check this out. Let me go back over here and get over to my... All right, so let's just watch what happens once I run out. I'm going down a hill, so I'm probably regenning. Now, it's switched over to the gas engine, and it says I have 190 miles of range left. But I don't hear anything. I don't hear the engine. That's pretty amazing. Wait, when I come to a stop, I can't wait to hear what I hear. I can't wait to hear what I hear. Seamless. I didn't feel any transition from electric to gas. So quiet. I remember when I had my Prius, wasn't a plug-in. Oh, I do hear something, a little something now. But with my Prius, you could actually almost like feel it kick in. All right, so here I am coming to a stop. Let's see what, let me throw my observations here. I hear nothing. All right, now when I'm about to start up, I'm going to take my foot off the brake. I hear the guy's stereo behind me. That's how quiet it is in here. There, I heard it kick in. I heard the gas engine just kick in. Very quiet though. Now as I'm giving it, going up this hill, I definitely hear the engine, but it's very quiet and incredibly smooth. I hear it revving. I hear it revving. So what I need to learn is that what the engine is doing, the gas engine, is it's generating power. There is a little bit of an interesting story, which I want to read up on, that this car supposedly also uses the gas engine to power the wheels directly, as opposed to it just being a generator, like in the i3 Rex, the range extender. So it is definitely a range extending technology that's in this car, but there's something even more. What I've read is that at 70 miles an hour, and I'm not doing that now, or higher, you are using the engine to actually power the wheels. And I don't think GM wanted to admit that back in the early days, because that may have declassified the vehicle from being a pure EV, which would have meant that it would not have qualified back in the day for the $7,500 federal tax credit. So I got to read up on that. But right now, when I've come to a stop, starting it up. There. Now the gas engine kicked on. So it's definitely using conjunction the motor, the electric, and the motor, and the energy. And I got to go to a screen so I can see all of this pictorially. I lost it. I'm on the radio. I don't know how to get over to the screen that shows where the energy is coming from, but I can hear it, and I can't feel it, but I can hear it. Really smooth implementation here. So as I come to a stop at this light here, what I want to do is I'm put it into drive mode, sport, and I'm gonna hammer it, and let's see what it does. Electric. There. Now the engine. Now you hear it rev. Okay. And it's revving high, almost like you're in neutral in a gas engine car and you're giving it the beans. So it's definitely not connected to the wheels. It's generating electricity, sending that to the battery, which is then powering the wheels. And it's kind of slow, but you know, it's not like you can't get out of its own way. It's just that if you're used to you know, that pure, like, really rip you back in your seat acceleration from a regular EV, you know, whether it's a Tesla or anything, even an i3. This is definitely, oh, look at a little Bolt over there, cute little Bolt. This is definitely not going to throw you back in your seat, but that's not its intended purpose. And yeah, so I see how this is working seamlessly together, and so far it's very smooth. I hear the engine now revving as I'm going up a hill, and now I'm getting onto Route 7 South here in Wilton. Handled great around that turn. Nice. Tesla Model 3 behind me, all jealous. I do hear as I'm accelerating up to 58, 60. Model 3 can't help himself. He wants to go for the pass, but he realizes he can't take on the mighty Volt. But yeah, I hear the engine in the background, but not. It's very well insulated. All right, so the next stop is home, and I can't wait to show Kathy the new Volt. Well, Kathy, this was your choice. I wanted the i3, and you said Volt.
Well, given the choice,
yeah.
Look at this baby. She's a cream puff.
She is a cream puff.
Now, I've seen her only for 5 minutes, and I just did a quick walk around, but I have to tell you, this is in such great shape. I don't see scratches, dents, marks. It's shiny. I mean, I see you can use a little bath, big deal. But, you know, it's just sort of a nice, nondescript car. I cannot believe it's 9 years old. Didn't you say it was a 25th?
Yeah, this car was born in July of 2014, delivered in September of 2014. Original owner, one owner car.
It's obvious because when I take you inside, I just looked. It looks mint. If you had told me that was brand new inside, I would absolutely believe you.
I know.
I cannot believe how nice this
I
is.
know.
So you made a good choice, Dave.
Well, you're the one who told me to get it.
Yeah,
I found it, but you're the one who told me.
It was great, and I love the fact that it is, you know, you run on electric if you're using it as a daily commuter, and you need a little road trip, just fill it up with gas.
Yeah.
It's sort of very suitable for everybody. And then, can I just show you the trunk? I know you've seen it, but I just looked.
Yeah.
And I actually thought it was pretty darn spacious for what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of nice room.
Yep.
Not a lot
and then the seats fold down.
And they're bucket seats, which is nice.
They're bucket seats because the battery is actually in the center. It's a big T.
Oh, is that why?
So it takes up that area.
Sort of a cool design that there's bucket seats in the back.
And what's underneath?
Your charger is right here, which is great, right? So that is for, I think, just the house. You can't do fast charging on
right.
this,
So that's for one. No, this doesn't DC fast charge. This is only AC.
Yeah. But I mean, look at it. It looks brand new. Now, of course, not a lot of passenger room in the back.
No.
If you have little kids, then it's great. But, you know, I don't think that's the use case for you to have.
Right. And you just pull that down.
Oh,
yeah.
Here? Okay. Look at that.
Yeah.
Volt.
Yeah. Isn't that cool the way they have the letter, like the V with the lightning bolt going through it?
Yeah. And then you just drove me over here, and the sound it made when it started.
I know. Isn't
that
that cool? Check out let me see the interior. Just hit that little button. The seats are actually in immaculate condition. Cloth seats, but they're really nice.
It looks like no one ever sat over here on the passenger side, or even the driver's side.
Even the driver's side. Yeah, I know.
And a big bonus, I had heated seats.
It does have heated seats.
It's like, you've got to be kidding.
I know.
So that was pretty cool.
So you're a fan.
I give it 2 thumbs up for being 9 years old.
Right.
For the price, it was extraordinary. So I say, yay, Dave! You got yourself a good little car.
Well, so far so good, and 38 miles of range on an all-electric. Then it seamlessly cuts over to the gas engine, where the gas engine charges up the battery. So it's like a generator, similar to the i3 range extender. Good. And in driving it home today, Kath, unbelievable. You can't even, you can hardly hear the engine unless you really give it a lot of juice.
Because you were about an hour or so away.
Yeah, well, it was kind of local road, so it was about 30 miles away.
Okay.
And
so you felt it go over. You didn't feel it. You
I
really
actually
did,
didn't
though.
feel it cut over, but then I looked at the graphic, and I was able to. I'll show you how you can check it out. Let's get in.
Okay.
Let me see how you get in that thing.
Oh, like any other car, honey. It's not that hard. First you put in one foot.
Yeah.
And then the other.
Okay.
Okay.
So Kathy, what do you think about the inside of this thing?
Well, I think she's a beauty. It is so clean and so nice. And honestly, there's more technology than I thought would be in there. So can you shut the car off? And then, do I do it here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to listen to the sound as it comes on.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Oh, there it goes off. And now here it comes on.
I know.
I love that.
I know. That is cool.
It's totally fun. You have a great little screen here, and in fact, it even had a reverse camera, which I was surprised about.
Yeah,
There's
it does.
so much yuck. If you can go back,
Put it in reverse. There you go.
There it is, nice and clear.
Backup camera.
Yeah.
And you have sensors in the back as well, but not sensors in the front.
Okay, very cool. And you also have another screen here at your steering wheel, which I know shows you a lot of different things.
Yep.
In terms of battery.
Yeah, it's got conventional stocks, turn signals, windshield wipers.
Right.
Very, very conventional car to drive.
And of course, as I always have on, my heated seat right there. That was a giant bonus.
Yeah.
And you know, I just noticed this sort of bi-level dash. I just think that's a little cool design. Just looks really nice. Up here, you have your SOS button. You have OnStar. Forgot all about OnStar. I don't know what that one says. I don't know what that is.
Oh, speak? Oh, maybe that, I don't know.
Oh, maybe it has on your steering wheel. Maybe there's some voice
There is
command. Yeah, then you know.
Radio is currently powered off.
Okay,
Please turn on the radio before using
your
the
lights.
voice recognition feature.
The ever important vanity mirror looks like it was never touched. Right? Okay, so really just big pockets in here, little pocket in here, deep pocket here in the center console.
Yeah, look at that.
See that? And this is pretty deep, 2 solid cup holders. You also have some additional storage.
Right.
A lot up
And then
here,
underneath
actually.
here, is there? Oh, there's like, it's like a little pass-through right there. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's nice. And then up here, I just found this little hiding compartment there with the little, I'm locked in with my
it's a
seatbelt.
12 volt adapter right there. So that's going to be for my Escort Max 360C radar detector.
It's pretty fun.
As I'm commuting 4 miles an hour on the Route 95.
That's good. There's all your
Oh, look at that.
manuals.
The manuals are still in there. No, I didn't even look in there.
There it is.
Wow.
Still
2015.
things in their packaging.
Amazing.
This one I don't even think was ever opened.
You know what? Someone took very good care of this car.
Very good care. This is incredible.
Yeah.
All right, and then the back has 2 nice cup holders, little space. I could certainly move my chair up more so someone could sit behind me. But
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
not sure about you, Mr. 6'5".
No, I could if I had to.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, thumbs up, honey. This is a really nice looking car. I cannot believe it's a 2015.
I know. Well, the more important than it being a 2015, 143,000 miles.
Crazy. Excuse me.
Bless you. Bolt on the hook. Over there.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Well, Bolt, we looked at a Bolt.
We did.
We said no to the Bolt.
Said yes to
I
the
came
Volt.
really close to the Bolt. Hail damaged Bolt. Oh.
That was
And you know what?
ugly.
That was a blessing because
Of course.
how much money did we save by just getting this thing?
This I can't even believe.
This is all we need
for this.
for the. You know what we should do?
No.
Once we should think about keeping this car down in Florida,
It's possible. I mean, it's nice enough.
right?
Yeah.
We'll just keep it down in Florida.
And I think it would make the road trip.
Oh, I wouldn't even hesitate to drive this.
Yeah.
That would be a cool video.
That would be.
I mean, all you do is
But it
just
would just be gas because
but
you can't charge on a road
yeah,
trip.
but there would be some gnarly things that happen because there's all. All right.
It does have 140,000 miles.
Well, let's go get some
Groceries. There's
groceries.
no food in the house. Happy New Year.
Happy New
no
Year.
Food.
Well, what do you think of the ride so far?
Feels fantastic. Feels smooth. Nice. I don't know how fast it goes. Probably not very fast.
Not very
but we're
fast.
just on these local roads.
Yeah, but you know
so
what?
Who cares?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
boy.
That was bold. I think it's quiet. I don't hear it making a lot of noise. I know you're more sensitive to that than I am. It sounds great.
Do you hear any like vibration or creaks? I don't hear it.
No.
I hear none.
No.
See, look at this graphic here. Isn't this cool?
Yeah, you see the wheels spinning and.
Yeah, so now you see the energy is going from the battery to the wheels.
Yeah, and I see the shape of the T battery.
Yeah, see the T right there. Yeah. And then as I take my foot off the accelerator, you'll see the energy is going from the wheels back to the battery, regen. And it tells you regen, now it's battery power. Yeah. A little gas engine pops up over here, and then it shows you how the energy is being taken from the gas energy, or from the gas engine, and putting it back and putting it into the battery, and then into the Voltec power.
Very cool.
So really cool.
I think you like your new little car.
I do. I like it a lot. I really like it.
I know you wanted the other one.
Yeah, well,
but I think I swayed you in the right direction.
Look, I don't think I could have made a mistake with the i3 either. I think the i3 is definitely a great car, but this is a practical car. For us to drive this down to Florida.
Well, that's a maybe at this point.
No, I understand it's a maybe, but like I wouldn't even.
Because I may want my Tesla down there.
Right.